Warning. This is not a safe space. Leave your bullshit and feelings at the door.
Some say the Man Cave podcast was crazy. Some say we were unhinged and delusional when we decided to take on the feminist movement.
It's time for the most raw and unfiltered experience on the internet. So kick your feet up and grab a cold one. You have just entered the Man Cave. And now, here they are, winners of the self-proclaimed International Greatest Men Alive Award, Brad and Terry.
Hey, thanks for joining us here in the Man Cave. I am Brad.
And I am Terry.
And make sure to check us out online over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, and YouTube. But if you want that full no bullshit experience and the ability to win prizes, you're going to have to check us out over on Patreon. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
What kind of beer we got today?
All right, I already cracked it open because...
it's not a Sam Adams, so it's just a little different.
It is not a Sam Adams, and I had to crack it open as we were prepping for the show because I was thirsty. So, but I got the Longboard, right? Island Lager by the Kona Brewing Company, brewed in Kona, Hawaii. Hawaii, as the locals there call it.
Nice to have something different for a change.
Well, not bad. I mean, I could go for a Sam Adams every day of the week, but change it up a bit.
But today we are we're going to address a couple things. But we're going to talk first about, you might have seen it already, the Dream Crazier Nike commercial.
Yeah.
And, man, when I watched this, it was like the second half of the commercial was actually, it was decent. And if it wasn't, if it didn't follow the first half of that commercial, I wouldn't think of the second half in the negative light that I do. Because the first half gets very... political, into the whole patriarchy, women have been held down kind of thing. And then the second half, it goes into awesome shit that women have done, which is cool, because there's definitely some cool shit that women have done. No one's discrediting that, but the commercial kind of framed it as if dudes everywhere are discrediting what women have done.
It follows almost in the same tracks as the Gillette commercial. The framing, like... The commercial had so much potential to put men in a good light, but the way it framed men was in a negative light. And the way this commercial is framed in the first half, it's like you said, it's almost as if women have been put down. Women are called delusional when they do things, or they're called other names when they act in certain ways. And we'll play the audio portion of the commercial. I recommend you go over to YouTube and just type in Nike commercial, and you'll find this thing. You can actually see the actual video for the commercial, but we'll break it down for you. But some of the stuff they're saying is just ridiculous.
Yeah, so let's take a listen to the first half of the commercial, and then we'll address the first half before we play the second half.
Yeah.
If we show emotion, we're called dramatic. If we want to play against men, we're nuts. And if we dream of equal opportunity, delusional. When we stand for something, we're unhinged.
It's super, it's gonna need to calm down.
When we're too good, there's something wrong with us. And if we get angry, we're hysterical, irrational, or just being crazy.
So I think we should take the first half of this commercial and carefully dissect this line by line.
Okay.
It's important to take all the claims that she's making and basically go against them and at least say our piece.
Well, I mean, we can do it real quick just by referring back to the 6 episodes we did debunking the male patriarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Please go back and listen.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
But we'll take it line by line.
Yeah. So the first line: if we show emotion, we're called dramatic. No, I don't know any man out there that just when a woman shows emotion, because let's be honest, women are more emotional than men.
Yeah.
We don't call them dramatic.
No, and I mean, sometimes, I mean, the idea of drama in one's life does seem to kind of revolve around women.
I would say there is a specific gender that happens to have more drama in their lives than another one.
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily there's more drama, but the same problems that a woman might have that a man might have, the woman would be more open and vocal of those problems, while a man tends to kind of bottle those things up and not create the drama with their problems. We all run into the same issues in life.
Yeah.
And how we handle them is just what the difference here.
Yeah. But I cannot recall a time. And, you know, if you're going to tell me that because I'm running a podcast called The Man Cave, that I'm probably perpetuating toxic masculinity, I'm the worst part of manliness, then label me as that. But I'm telling you, as supposedly the worst part of manliness and toxic masculinity, I've never called a woman dramatic for showing emotion.
I have as a joke.
You're being dramatic.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes they are just a little over dramatic about stupid things. But let's go to the next line. If we want to play against men, we're nuts.
Well, you are. Because now, let's talk about the physical differences between men and women. There are very, very fit men in this world, and there are very, very unfit men in this world. Mm-hmm. There are very, very fit women in this world and very unfit women in this world. If the fit man goes against the fit woman, the fit man is most likely to win in a physical competition.
Yep.
If the fit woman goes against the unfit man, the fit woman will most likely win that physical competition.
Yes.
Whereas the unfit man going, or the fit man going against the unfit woman would win. It's a matter of the caliber of your fitness, I think, and just the fact that men naturally are stronger and they have. Oh my God!
Such a good logger.
You know, all the time you tend to save your burps for when I'm mid thought, and it throws me off all the time.
Fit men, fit women, unfit men, unfit women.
Yeah, so it's just it's not a difference of, you know, women can't compete against men. It's just you're most likely not going to be able to hang with the fittest of men. You don't see any women in strongman competitions because they will not be able to pack on the mass to lift the same weight that a man would. You don't see women in the NFL because they would not be able to handle that.
That would be nuts for you to literally try to go be a running back against the size of linebackers.
Let me tell you something.
In the NFL.
When I played football in high school, a girl tried out for the team, and she made the team. And she got her ass handed to her every single time she stepped on the practice field, and she ended up quitting because she couldn't hang.
Yeah,
it's nothing against women, but the competition is broken up for a reason.
Yeah,
we're different. We have to accept the fact that we're different. Men compete against men in most things, and women compete against women in most things.
Yeah.
What happens if a women's basketball team goes up against an NBA team?
I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet a lot of high level, like Division I college basketball teams could put a women's basketball team, like a WNBA team, through their paces, just based on speed and size.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Look at the comment from John McEnroe a few years ago in tennis, where he was asked in an interview who the greatest tennis player ever was, right? Mm-hmm. And they basically argued over Serena Williams, and he made the case. He's like, Serena Williams, yes, definitely the best women's tennis player to ever play.
Yeah.
But if you threw her in with the men, she wouldn't even be, him saying she would not be ranked in the top 700 against men, just because of how fast they can hit the ball, how fast they can move. She wouldn't be able to compete.
Right.
There would be no contest. And everybody got up in arms about it. But it's unfortunately the truth. It's nothing, like you said, it's nothing against women. It's just looking at reality.
Right.
You're denying reality if you're going to say women can compete. If you had the same caliber of woman, they're going to be able to compete against the same caliber of a man.
Now, when it comes to that competition, I have absolutely no problem with a woman trying out for a men's team or whatever, if they're held to the same exact standard that the man would be held to, and if they perform well enough to play on that team, that's fucking awesome. But they better not get picked up on that team just because they're a woman.
Yeah.
To fill some sort of demographic there. That's not, if that starts happening in the world of sports, it's going to be an issue.
People will quit watching. Sports is all about making money.
Well, there's going to be one team that just sticks to having all men and wins.
And wins, yeah. Sports is about money and winning.
Yeah.
And so if you will not make money if you're going to just, like you said, pander to one side just for a demographic, you will lose.
Yeah.
People will not watch. You will not get paid. Money will not flow, and you will lose. And those are the only two things that really matter in professional sports.
In conclusion, if you're a woman and you want to compete against men in a physical sport, you are nuts, but you're more than welcome to try.
Yeah, we're not saying equal opportunity as far as the ability to try out, but just don't think that it should be equal numbers getting on the team.
Yeah, we're not going to affirmative action women into a sports team.
Right. All right, so next line, right? If we dream of equal opportunity, we're delusional.
Man, I swear we've taught. Are we on like a broken record here?
Society is on a broken record.
Yeah.
With a lot of these issues.
Because we've been over it so many times now, I can't think of anything to where women are like excluded in the way that they're trying to say here. Like, where are you not equal?
Yeah. I don't even know, is there even a rule that says women can't try out for the NFL? I would imagine you'd be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, go for it.
Right.
Yeah, we have moved towards equal opportunity in sports. Think about when we grew up. There was no such thing as a WNBA. All of a sudden now, there's a WNBA. Problem is, nobody wants to watch a bunch of women run around playing basketball.
Well, they do play in that lingerie bowl.
That's football. Yeah, that's like their NFL.
But let me tell you, have you ever watched one of those?
There's some physical women.
Those
there.
women get down. I wouldn't step in there with them. They'd kick my ass. And that proves my point. It's like, yeah, it does over-sexualize the women with their uniforms. It does.
Nobody is twisting their arm. They know what they're about to do when they sign up for that league.
Right. But
it's literally called the lingerie league.
I don't know if that's what it's specifically called, but those women play hard, and it's actually very entertaining to watch.
On more than a sexual level.
On more than a sexual level, it is, because they will beat the shit out of each other, and that it's almost like a cross between football and hockey, because they'll fight because they're filled with drama and they get emotional.
Just throw them in an octagon. Another place where we've equalized.
Yeah.
We have women in the UFC now. I find that to be the most unattractive thing in the world.
Well,
Two women just trying to beat the shit out of each other.
Here's the thing, man. Most of them, when they clean up, they look pretty good, though. I know. But you're not going to throw Ronda Rousey in the ring with a man in her same weight class.
I think we should. Equal opportunity, baby.
Oh, so now we're throwing it out there like that.
Yeah. We're not doing men's UFC, women's UFC. It's just the UFC. Look, if you want that belt, doesn't matter. Equal opportunity, go for it.
Yeah.
You're going to get your ass whooped.
Well, the thing is, and when it comes to equal opportunity, I feel like it's the context that people take it as nowadays is not equal opportunity, but they're looking for they say equal opportunity, but what they really mean is equal outcome. That's what they mean. It's like, because you have the opportunity. It's there. We've been over this countless times.
Yeah.
But having the opportunity does not mean the outcome will be the same as everybody else. That's not what opportunity means.
Yeah.
Opportunity means that you have the chance to have that outcome. You have, the door is opened.
Yeah.
Right? But you have to be able to walk through it. Not everybody can. That's opportunity.
Yeah. All right, next one. When we're too good, there's something wrong with us. It seems like an oxymoron.
Well, there's two ways I feel you can take this, because if you look at any man who is good at something, a champion at anything, and you can say they're too good at it, right? Think of the world's strongest man, or LeBron James, Michael Jordan, the people that are the best at what they do, you could say they're too good. They dominate in everything they do. And you could call that like an obsession with it, and people look at that negatively, right? Yeah, okay, you could say there's something wrong with them. They're obsessed with this. They're too much, right? But that's why they are the best. And there are plenty of things where women they are the best. It's the same thing. You can say the same thing about both people or both genders, but I don't think that. I just don't think it's true.
Yeah, I don't. It's crazy to think that you have the mindset that because you're too good at something that anybody has ever told you there's something wrong with you, other than, like you said, the fact of when people are. I'm going to use the word hyper competitive.
Yeah.
But when you hit that level of extreme competitiveness, you become to a certain degree obsessed, and like you said, that obsession drives people, and you could label somebody as, well, you're too good. You're just, that dominates everything that you do.
I bet you if you ever talk to somebody who's the best at what they do, if someone told them that they were too good and that there was something wrong with them because of how good they are, they would love it.
Oh, yeah.
They would embrace that. They'd be like, fuck yeah, that's right.
I'm too good. I need to slow down. Never happening.
Yeah. Go watch a movie like Pumping Iron, and the way they talk to Arnold after he's won 5 Olympias in a row, and the things they say to him and his response to it. It's the same thing.
Yeah. What was his one of my favorite quotes of him is, "We never want to look like you," and he just turned and looked at him and says, "You never will."
Yeah. That's it. So the people that say, "Oh, you're too good at something, you're crazy," you'll never be the best at anything.
Yeah. So the last sentence was, and if we get angry, we're hysterical, irrational, or just being crazy.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Ladies, sometimes you can be a little irrational, a little hysterical, and a little crazy. But let's leave it to the context of just the video, right? The video shows literally like professional athletes throwing borderline, and coaches of professional teams throwing temper tantrums in the middle of a game during their sport. And then there is a female tennis player who is literally smashing her racket on the ground.
Yeah.
I would say that behavior of smashing your racket on the ground is being hysterical, irrational, and crazy. Because let me give you a word of advice that I tell my kids while they're playing a sport. It's just a game. While you're being paid money, getting paid good money, at the end of the day, you go home to a house, probably have a really nice car. It's a game. While you can be competitive at it, I'm not stopping you, telling you not to be competitive. Be ultra competitive at it. But to sit there and smash stuff over losing, that's just throwing a temper tantrum and being a poor sport.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Be a good sport about stuff. And you see it. The clip that's shown is a coach of, it looks like a women's basketball team, losing her fucking shit.
Yeah, like literally ripping her jacket off.
And hey, go watch any NFL game. You'll see the coaches do the same thing, and the referees walk up to them and they tell them, "Hey, if you keep acting this way, we're just going to throw you out of here." Players get benched sometimes for losing their shit. That happens. Male players in the NFL they get told, "Hey, you're being hysterical. You need to chill out. You're on the bench for the rest of the game."
Yeah.
That happened. This is not a woman thing.
A great example, years ago when my wife and I were dating, right? We go to a hockey game in Virginia, and the opposing team was from North Carolina, so just a few hours away.
Yeah.
There was just as many fans in the stands from North Carolina as there was from where we were in Virginia. This fight breaks out in the first period, and I'm telling you, every player on the ice fought. The benches cleared.
Jeez.
The goalies fought. And at the end of it, the coaches fought at center ice. And guess what happened at the end of all that?
What?
About 6 players got ejected from the game. And for the rest of the game, you were not allowed to touch each other. You couldn't even check anybody onto the boards. Like if somebody was up against the boards getting the puck, you seen the player go up and stop just short of touching them. Because I'm pretty sure they were warned, if you touch each other, we will just kick you out. We're not having any more of this.
Yeah.
Because players were acting irrational, being crazy, acting hysterical, getting in fights on the ice. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
We literally, this thing went on for a straight 5 minutes of just fights. At one point, I stopped. I looked at my wife, and she looked at me like just disbelief of, this is fucking happening. A bench-clearing brawl at a hockey game. Goalies going towards center ice. The coaches grabbed each other's neckties and punched each other.
Jeez.
It was awesome. But at the end of it, they're being hysterical and being crazy and irrational got them all kicked out of the game.
Yeah. And outside of the world of sports, hey, men lose their shit sometimes, and they might beat their wives. That happens. They get in trouble for it. Women go insane sometimes and might drown their kids in the bathtub. That's
That went dark really fast.
shit's happened. It's like
That went dark fast.
yeah. So everybody loses their shit. Is my point. It's not a woman thing. You just when you lose your shit, you take it to the extreme.
And you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
When some of the shit you do when you lose your shit, you act a little crazy.
Yeah. Men act crazy too. We just don't. I don't hear stories about men drowning their kids in a bathtub. That's just me.
All right, so let's round out by listening to the second half of the commercial.
Okay, here we go.
But a woman running a marathon was crazy.
Officials tried to pull her off the course.
A woman boxing was crazy. A woman dunking? Crazy. Coaching an NBA team? Crazy. A woman competing in a hijab, changing her sport, landing a double cork 1080, or winning 23 Grand Slams, having a baby, and then coming back for more? Crazy, 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 and crazy. So if they want to call you crazy, fine. Show them what crazy can do.
And I think that kind of plays into the point that I made earlier. That if people get told that they're crazy or obsessive over something, they love it.
Yeah.
Like, you're damn right.
And I don't think they're using the word crazy in the sense that she's using the word crazy. We're not telling women, who win over 30 Grand Slams, have a kid, come back and keep playing, like, you're crazy for doing that. Like, you're a crazy mother for coming.
No, like,
in
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come back. Holy crap.
Like,
she had a kid. She's coming back for more. No, but it's crazy to watch a woman dunk a basketball.
Yeah,
that shit was fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Not in an awestruck sense. Not a
Right.
like psychologically crazy sense.
Like what she wants to dunk, that's crazy. Not like that.
No.
Like holy shit,
Shit,
dude.
that just happened.
Yeah. I can't dunk.
I can't
Yeah.
either.
So that's why I think like what we said at the beginning, where it's almost two different commercials, where if the first half wasn't there, this would be okay. But because like the second half is it kind of portrays awesomeness that's happened.
Now,
Except for that one part
that one part.
where it said a woman having a good job. That's crazy. Like, come on. We've talked about this. We're not going to beat that dead horse.
Yeah.
Or feed that fed horse. Sorry, PETA.
But, right, talking about crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy segue.
Oh.
Right? Ready? So, here's something that's crazy.
Okay.
If women want an example of being fucking crazy,
Uh-huh.
I have an example.
Not like awesome crazy.
No.
Like drown your kids in the bathtub crazy.
Crazy.
Okay.
Okay, this is crazy that's coming up.
Okay.
A sex coach posts selfies that take feminism to the limit is the headline from the Daily Wire. A Los Angeles woman has taken feminism to the extreme, posting selfies on Instagram showing her face smeared with her own menstrual blood in order to eliminate the stigma attached to women's menstrual periods. So, ladies, if you want to know why sometimes we call you crazy, it's for shit like this.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's fucking weird. That's that's weird, crazy. Who does that?
You've lost your marbles at that point.
You have.
Like, what possesses you? It's like,
look at it.
oh my God, there's a picture.
Look at it.
Oh my God.
It's a selfie. She's in the. It looks like she's in the shower, and I don't want to say it looks like a crime. It looks like you ever watch a woman put on like a mud mask or something for their face?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, except it's blood.
Dude,
Like,
that's some psycho killer shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna smear this blood all over my face.
It puts the blood on its skin, or it gets the period again. What the fuck, lady?
Man.
And she's a what was her job?
Sex coach, you
a
said.
sex coach.
Now,
what the fuck?
let me I gotta inquire.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know being a sex coach was a job, but I'm trying to figure out what
Trying to get into that market.
I'm trying to figure out what the job description is for a sex
Yeah.
coach. Like, what qualifications do you need? What duties will you be performing?
What's that resume look like?
Like, do you sit there and watch people fuck and then tell them what they could have done better?
Yeah, like, well, let me show you how you could have been doing that.
Or maybe
so
they're just
weird.
a giant perv and they want to watch people fuck.
Dude, so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, I need to look into this sex coach thing.
You got.
Not that I could be one.
You're just curious.
Yeah. It's like I didn't know that was a thing.
That's crazy.
What, to be a sex coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fucking crazy. I doubt there's many male sex coaches.
Maybe it's a new market that you could really be the breakthrough.
I'll be the forefront of male sex coaches.
Yeah.
How come there's no male sex coaches in this
We
country?
demand. You know what? You're crazy to think you could be the first male sex coach.
Am I hysterical?
Kind
I'm
of.
angry right now. I'm being so hysterical about not being able to be a male sex coach.
Oh my God! Are you? You might be a little irrational right now too, thinking that. What's some other delusional? Are you dreaming of equal opportunity? That's delusional, Terry.
It's only fair. What men can coach sex also.
You're nuts. You're just being emotional and being dramatic. Oh man. Terry's crying. So I'm just gonna, we're just gonna slip out of the man cave here quietly while Terry just cries in the corner. So don't forget to follow us over on Facebook while Terry cries, at the official Man Cave Podcast, over on Twitter at the Man Cave 14, on Instagram at the Man Cave Podcast, and over on YouTube. You okay over there, Terry? You okay?
No.
Oh God. Now you're crying. Now you're just being.
I just
super
want to be
crazy.
a sex coach so bad.
Oh God! But for that full no safe space, no bullshit experience, check us out and subscribe to us over on Patreon. Right, for only $1, you're going to get in there to win the Beer of the Month Club that we're about to give away here really soon. It's valued at $120. You can subscribe for only $1 to get in there.
And here's what I'm saying: if we get no more patrons in that contest, we're just going to win it by default.
That's not how it's going to work. We're going to give it away.
I know.
All right, for $5 a month, you're not only going to entered in to win the prizes, you're going to get that man card for all your beer opening needs. Get exclusive access to podcast episodes like Ass that's released on Wednesdays, and get exclusive access to tell us what you want us to talk about. Give us feedback on every topic from every podcast. And again, we've done it twice already. We'll let you on the show. So, hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay with us. We'll see you next time here in the Man Cave.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Any real man would follow us on Patreon for exclusive content and prizes at patreon.com/The Man Cave Podcast. The Man Cave. No safe spaces, no bullshit.